Hi friends, welcome to virtual learning. Sri Babubai Ponda Junior College Dahanu welcomes you. Friends, we were learning Voyaging Towards Excellence written by Achut Godbole. In our previous video, we have studied about this Voyaging Towards Excellence. We were here, see here this page, that is I scored 100% marks in mathematics and almost all the examinations that I appeared for from my first standard until IIT, barring only few times. This we have studied here. We are here is on this page. Therefore, I did not have to appear since there was a rule. IIT for IIT entrance, IIT without the entrance test, JE, that is G, if you had scored the first rank in university, therefore I did not have appear for entrance test to get admission into IIT. Since if you have secured good marks in universities in board, so no need to give G, that is entrance test. But nobody in Solapur told writer about this rule that in those period was the rule. For I doubt here up to this we have studied, we have seen. So let's go ahead. If anybody in Solapur, even I knew about this rule, no one knew about this rule or familiar with this rule. Therefore, I appeared for entrance examination and secured a very good rank in the same. This writer appeared for entrance, that is JEE, and he secured good marks. I was quite happy getting into IIT, but my joy was short lived. Means how it is short lived. We'll see here at Solapur, I had not seen any building which was more than three storied. Mumbai, however, was full of skyscrapers. Now, what happened? Now, writer came into Mumbai for studying IIT. At IIT, most of the students of and professors used to converse in English, whereas my English was very poor. Belongs from Solapur, and English that was very poor. That is, he studied from vernacular medium, that is regional language, Marathi medium. So that's why his English was not good. I had my entire education in Marathi. My spoken English was quite pathetic, means very poor. Not only I, not only did I have a very weak vocabulary, but my pronunciation also was terrible, and my construction of in English sentences were awkward. Hence, writer's pronunciation was also very poor, and writing English sentences that was very awkward. To say at least, to say the least, due to all this, so writer belong from Marathi family, that is belongs to Marathi, studied in Marathi medium, and that's why. Due to all this, I was feeling quite lonely and terrified in Mumbai in general, and IIT in particular, because he got admission in IIT particular. So he was, that was her, his condition was very terrible in Mumbai in general and IIT in particular. I had developed an inferiority complex and wanted to run away from IIT, and even wanted to run away from IIT also, and from even Mumbai also. So, here, friends, why was the writer's joy short lived? Because we know that he had taken admission in IIT, and professors and students they were converse in a very fluent English, and that's why his joy was short lived. Here is the meaning of inferiority complex and sophisticated. So, friends, let us see here meaning of inferiority complex. A sense of inferiority, the feeling that one is inferior to others in certain aspects. Now, sophisticated, having obtained worldly experience, grace, or refinement, or refined. Sophisticated. This is the meaning of these two words. Here, the next. One day, I was sitting, this writer was sitting at my mess table in the hostel shipping tea when a senior guy came and sat on the chair adjacent to me. A boy came and sat adjacent near to me. He was a convent educated guy with fairly sophisticated English. His English was very good, modern, at least spoken or colloquial English. That is the informal type English. And he was a bit arrogant, and that's why maybe he was bit arrogant. The person who seated next to writer, he was arrogant and wanted to pull my leg. Means wanted to pull writer's leg means there's something that uh, he wanted to tease writer. He tried to engage in some conversation with me and started pointing out errors in just about every sentence or everything that I said. He pointed out writer's mistake. After about 5 minutes, he walked away after insulting me. Then he insulted writer because we know that writer was very studied from Marathi medium, vernacular, regional languages, and that's why writer's pronunciation or the sentence of English that was very awkward. And this guy, particularly from convent, he spoke very fluently and wanted to pull leg of writer. So friends, fear, arrogant, having excessive pride in oneself, often with disrespect for others. Here, I felt extremely humiliated and upset because of this thing. Writer felt very humiliated. That guy insulted writer very much. As it is, I was feeling quite depressed and diffident. Quite depressed and diffident means very sad, that is diffident, lacking of confidence. And this incident was the last straw. Means writer said this incident that was the last straw, last chance of that guy. I was almost broken. Writer was very much hurted. I felt out of place where there and literally wanted to run away to Solapur that very moment. That very moment he wanted to run away to Solapur at his native place. However, it was only my self-esteem which stopped me. Means we should have our self-esteem and that we should listen our self-esteem, and that self-esteem of writer stopped him. Suddenly, what happened? A feeling of determination and strength came over me and gripped me. Feeling of determination. No, I have to stay here. I have to fight with all these things, and I have to learn something from all these things. So that's why determination. I will do my IIT, or I will do excellence in my study. So strength came over me and gripped me. Despite hailing from Solapur, means he was from Solapur, despite hailing from Solapur, if I could be a rank holder in school, means writer was clever, writer was rank holder, and college and IIT with many awards in mathematics. Writer received many awards in mathematics, so he was brilliant. There must be something right with me, and there must be something right with me, because writer was rank holder. There was a talent in writer. Why should I give up? Then why should I give up? Means it is a positive thinking of writer, positive thought of writer, and that too for a silly and small things like English. Means very silly and small things like English. Say that this is the only the question of language. I was not give. I was not to give up anymore. Writer decided. Means writer was adamant, and I was determined to fight back. So writer determined to fight back. all these things, and he wanted to overcome all these things, barriers, problems, and he wanted to stay here. The next. Now, as I climbed the stairs of my hostel room, my plan was ready in my mind. Writer decided, and his plan was ready. Normally, most of us who are educated in vernacular languages such as Marathi, means regional language, think in Marathi before speaking in English. Means Marathi students or Marathi people, what they think, what they thought before speaking English, translate it in English. Means they think Marathi, translate it in English, Marathi to English, and then speak. And then somehow try to speak. Means this is the problem of vernacular medium students. That is Marathi or something, maybe another language. And they first translate in their language and in from their language into English and they speak. This is the pattern. And here, writer tried to speak out these translated English sentences in an extremely awkward fashion, and that's why that was a different. Maybe pronunciations different. So I had decided that I would do nothing of this sort. I would not do this sort. Not I will not translate that Marathi into English and then speak directly. Writer wanted to speak fluent English. I want to achieve excellence in speaking, fluency in speaking. This urge to excel in anything that you try to do has been with me since childhood. And this is the thing, excellence means we have to do excellence things. Good, better, best means directly best, or from best also excellence. So here writer decided, and since childhood, not at that time, from childhood, that was the writer's habit. Whether I would succeed in this or not, I always set my aims high. Yes, there should be high aims. So our aim should be high. And he decided, he said, writer said his aims high. In this case too, I wanted to speak excellent, elegant, and fluent English. So writer wanted to speak excellent, elegant, and fluent English. Here vernacular, native regional language. Here the next. The first thing I did was to start reading English newspapers and English novels. So friends, how we started reading English newspapers and English novels. So you study, when you read, then you understand, means then you speak. So reading, writing, speaking, these are the skills of any language. To acquire any language, these are the necessary skills. I studied etymology and phonetics. Means here, etymology and phonetics means language study. Etymology, that is the science of language study. Phonetics, how to pronunciate words. So that is phonetics. Means here science, and studied the roots of the word and how to pronounce them. Means he studied, means this is the branch of linguistic language. Phonetics is a subject, separate subject for MA level. Those students, they wanted to do MA in English, so they will study these things are there. Phonetics means how to speak, how to utter, so pronunciation of words, study of that. So how to pronounce to them means the words. I used to stand in front of the mirror and practice speaking. How is speaking? Practice, make practice of speaking made standing in front of mirror and talking. So this is a good idea. And those students wanted to talk very fluently. They should practice such things. So stand in front of mirror and speak. Realizing my mistakes, you should realize, writer realize his mistake, his own mistake, and correcting them myself, correcting themselves, himself all the time, and improvising and improving day by day. And in this way, writer improved day by day. So phonetics here, friends, relating to speech, sound, study of correct pronunciation of words. So in this way, writer improved his pronunciation. It took about 9 to 10 months, by which time I started feeling quite confident about speaking in English at length with anybody. Now writer got confident and it required 9 to 10 months, continuously lot of efforts he had taken. My fear had vanished and I started feeling at home in my hostel. Now writer feeling as if he was in his home. In hostel, he was in hostel. So he got some confidence in my future career. Out of 32 years in information technology, I information technology field, I was the chief executive or managing director or head of software company with thousands of, and here friends, writer was the head of the software company in technology information IT field, and he was chief executive, managing director, head of software company with thousands of. But here, see here, guess the meaning negotiate at is. Negotiate means settle something by mutual agreement. Means you have to settle, negotiate, compromise, settle something. Second one here at is relax, the relax mood. See here the words, was working in software company. He was the head of the software company, and what it is, software engineers worldwide. He was negotiate. Is during that period, I had to give several presentations or negotiate many contracts with the CEO, directors, or VPs in US, UK, or Australia. CEO, that is the Chief Executive Officer, directors, very important persons. They are US and UK, United States, United Kingdom, or Australia. I was absolutely at ease, means relaxed at that time, because writer earned his confidence, and afterwards when he was in job, he feel relaxed. At that time, means at that time, IIT, it is only due to the efforts of at IIT. Why he was relaxed? Means while doing job, because he had taken efforts in IIT, and that efforts that is fruitful, and that's why he was become head of that company, software company, IT company, IIT, that I could sign contract worth millions of dollars worldwide and also run large global software company, run large global software company, and he signed contracts with worldwide companies, other companies. So at IIT, I got fairly good marks in my first 2 years, good marks, because writer was very talented. However, a very important thing happened while I was in my third year. That third year, when he was third year in IIT, I came in contact with about 15 to 20 extremely brilliant students, researchers, professors from IIT, TIFR, and BARC. Now, what is TIFR, BARC, or something? All the short forms I am going to tell you. They included top ranking students from IIT, visiting professors in American universities or American studies, universities. Here, the full forms of IIT, some long forms are here: CEO, Chief Executive Officer, UK, United Kingdom, US, United States, VP, Vice President, IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, ITFR, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, TARC, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, TCP, that is Transmission Control Protocol. These are the abbreviations, short forms, and these are the long forms. IP, that is Internet Protocol, USA, United States of America, MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MD, Managing Director, NDTV, that is New Delhi Television. These are the long forms of these short forms. So that universities, American universities, professors, talented research student or talented students, he made 15 to 20 students, and very renowned mathematician in the world, and so on. Renowned means very famous mathematician, right? I was instantaneously attracted to this group, and he was writer was attracted to this means very brilliant group that was, and that's why continuously happening and happening very quickly, instantaneously, very quickly he attracted. This friendship had lasting impact on my life. Means this friendship of these talented people, research people, students, and professors from abroad also, American universities, well-known universities. Until that time, I used to consider myself somewhat intelligent. Now, writer used to consider somewhat intelligent. Yes, obviously he was. However, after I met my friends in our group, I came to know that I came to know what real brilliance meant. At that time, he learned what real brilliance means. When we people, when we meet people, brilliant people, at that time we came to know that we are nothing. We don't have anything. So many brilliant peoples are there in the world. So, friends, we should meet. So, writer meet that brilliant people, and what real brilliance mean. He came to know, and I realized where I stood. Where I stood. Where is my position? I was actually also very lucky that I came in contact with great people on the global scale early in my life. Means he came into contact of great people, global scale, all over the world in early life. So later in my life, when Mr. Narayan Murthy left Patni, Narayan Murthy left Patni company, that is the IT company, and he left because of some reason. That's and start Infosys. Means here, Mr. Narayan Murthy start Infosys, owner of the Infosys, and we know that friends Sudha Murthy, well-known writer, and Narayan Murthy means couple Infosys company, that is IT company. I started heading Patni's software division, occupying the same chair. Means after Narayan Murthy, writers occupy that chair, the position of Narayan Murthy at Patni Computer, Patni Company. The same chair means that position designation. My head office was in Cambridge, Massachusetts, USA, very near Boston in America, and head office was there, Cambridge, Massachusetts, USA, very near Boston. It was, in fact, the adjacent building to MIT in America, that is Massachusetts Institute of Technology, America. I had to visit the US, United States. Writer had to visit every few months. In those days, I used to visit MIT, that is the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He used to visit continuously in past, that is used to visit, habitual action used to visit. He would means writer would visit. Instead of used to, you can write here would, during lunchtime to meet my friends, and during lunchtime to meet his friends. Therefore, one could see a couple of Nobel laureates at the dining table. And in that university, in that technology institute, since there was couple of Nobel laureates, now Nobel Prize winner who won Nobel Prize, and such Nobel Prize winner persons were there, laureate poets were there at the dining table of MIT. If you walk for an, now if you walk for an, here the next, before going next, here instantaneously happening very quickly. Do you know the top universities in the world? Now the name of the top universities in the world, maybe completion activity, it will ask. The writer was benefited by the discussion with great people as it. Now you have to complete these 3 points. Great peoples benefited, writer benefited, discussion. Now top universities of the world are Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, US, Stanford University, US, Harvard University, US, California Institute of Technology, US, University of Oxford, UK, ETH Zurich, that is Switzerland University, University of Cambridge, UK, University of Chicago, US, National University of Singapore, means these are the top universities in the world. So friends, here now he made Nobel Prize winner, that is the Nobel laureates at the dining table. If you walk for an hour from here, you could reach Harvard Square near Harvard University. Means there was Harvard University near to that MIT. I used to visit both of these universities, MIT also and this Harvard also. Used to visit both of the universities and could talk to a number of Nobel laureates who won that Nobel Prize, poets, dignitaries. During these years, I traveled a lot to US, Europe, Japan, and Australia and could meet a number of great thinkers and management gurus. Great thinkers and management gurus, brilliant people such as Alvin Toffler, Peter Drucker, C.K. Prahlad, Tom Peters, or great technologists such as Vincent Cerf, who designed TCP, that is IP, means who designed this TCP, means transmission control protocol and internet protocol. This is the which is the basis of protocol of internet, and he designed Vincent Cerf. All these discussions with these great people broaden my horizon. Here, discussion with great people, that is benefited writer, and my aims and worldview become global. It taught me humility and made me realize that I had to achieve a lot in life. And at that time, writer learned the lesson of humility, how we have to work with for human being, and how we have to uh, work in this world with great people. That was the pleasure of writer, that was lucky thing for writer. He realized that I had to achieve a lot of thing in life, lot in life. The lesson in humility and hard work, as well as passion for excellence, was going to play a very important and vital role in my life. So friends, let us stop here. Now the remaining part we will see in our next video. So friends, thank you very much.